Hi guys, I welcome you to this session of Python programming. In my previous video, we discussed about the basics of Python, and in today's video, I'll begin my discussion with how you run your Python programs. So as you can see, there are multiple ways in which you can run your Python program. You can run it from the interactive prompt. You can run it using the system path. You can run it using something known as an IDLE, that is the Integrated Development Learning Environment. You can run it from command prompt. You can also run it by clicking on window icons. So let's see what all this is. For this Python to work, this Python should be installed on your system. And it's very simple. You should just go to Google and just write Python download, get the latest version of download applicable for your operating system, and just follow the process and install Python. Once you do that, you'll have a Python folder here in your computer. So let me just go there. The Python, yes, here it is, Python. I've installed Python version 3.72, and here I can just look for the different ways. So I'll first tell you what IDLE looks like, the Integrated Development Learning Environment. You can click on this, or you can just pin it to taskbar like I've done it here. Okay, fine. So let's start this Python session. I'll just click on here to begin the IDLE. So this is one of the places from where you can work with Python. You can write your code and you can execute your code. Okay, I won't be going into too much details in the beginning so that we can just focus on the current topic. But if you need to print something, it's as simple as that. Just if you need to print something, you need to use a print statement and the thing is printed. And if you need to create a program, okay, then you can go to File, New File, and here you can just write a program, say print. That's it, a small program, print hello world. Before you run anything in Python, it must be saved. If you have not saved it, it will prompt you to save it. So if I just want to save it, and I told you that it should be saved with an extension py. So I'm storing it with an extension py with the file name as z1. And once I run it, obviously the output is there in front of you. Now I can run this program of mine, that is z1.py, in different ways. As I was discussing here with you, there are different ways in which you can run your Python program. So it could be on the interactive prompt, it could be through the system path, it could be through the command prompt. Okay, so this is the interactive prompt in the IDLE. You can run your programs from here also, like we did here, print. So you just write the command and it is executed. Then through this IDLE, you can write your own program and you can execute it. Now let's go to this command prompt. Okay, so let me just start the command prompt by writing cmd out here. The command prompt is there. Here also you can run your Python code. First you can just write py here. So you get the interactive prompt here on the command prompt itself. So here also you can just work around with the code. So you'll get the desired output. To come out of it back to system prompt, just write Ctrl Z and press enter. Okay. Then remember we had a file z1.py. Okay. We can just write the name of that file to execute that file here. So I'm writing z1 and you can see the output is there. I can also use the Python interpreter to execute the file just by writing py and say z1.py. So obviously the file is not here. So you must understand something known as a system path. Your program z1.py, as you see here, when we create new files or open files, we'll see here that this program z1 is stored on the Python 3.7 directory. That is our default path. On C drive there is a Python 3.7 directory. So you must mention that complete path if you need to run it here. So what I can do here is I can mention that complete path here. So now the file would be available. I'm trying to execute a file z1.py, which is located in the Python 37 directory. So now it is executed. Another way would be for me to go to that folder. So I can go to that folder, and there I can simply run the file like this. Okay, because now the file is present in the current path. Okay, I can also go to some other drive, say I'll go to D drive. Here also I can run, but by mentioning the entire path. It's as simple as that. If I tried, if I need to run this file, I can just write Z1 also from anywhere, because the system path recognizes the Python 37 folder as the default path. So it will run from anywhere, right? Now one thing is left, that is through this clicking on window icons. So let's do that. Let's go there, and let's go to the Python 37 directory. And obviously the file Z1 is there. I'm going to double click on it to run this. So if you can just double click on the window icon, you can also run your code. Let's see if there is any problem with that. So the output was there, but the switching is very fast, so your output is not visible to you. So what you can do, to rectify this, let's just go to our IDLE, and let me open that file Z1 for you. So here I can just write an empty input here. So input is used to input the value from the user. So till the time user presses some key, some input is there, this hello world would be there in front of us. So let me now just save this, and I'll close this now, and once again I'll go to my Python 37 folder, and now if I click on Z1, I can see the output hello world, because the input statement is waiting for me to press some key. So the moment I press the key, the output vanishes. So that is how you can run your Python code. I've discussed the various modes with you: the interactive prompt, by using the py and the file name, by using the system path, writing some code on the IDLE itself, or creating some source file and running it through the IDLE, or running your programs from command prompt, or you can just click on Windows icons also. Now next is we start with our basic introduction to the Python programming with all the basics. So this I'll come up in my next lecture. Till then, keep watching all these videos. Thank you.